Hey everyone, hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your new moon in Taurus message. The new moon in Taurus took place on May 16th or 17th, 2026, depending on where you live in the world. I did release a long 2.5 hour video on May 14th. However, in the past week, I've heard from many of you who said you were unable to understand the video because of its long format. YouTube did not translate it into your native language. So today, I edited that video down into 12 individual videos, 12 single videos, one for each zodiac sign. So YouTube will be able now to translate it and you will be able to understand the message. It is not too late to watch this reading, as this is a 6-month reading, and it is never too late for you to plant some seeds for a new life or a new chapter of your life. So please watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And also keep in mind, it is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else to hear. With all of that said, now let's begin. Hello, Taurus. It's a biggie for you, my love. This is the new moon in your sign. This is for Taurus, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's see what your new moon in Taurus message is. Oh, and if you are a Taurus and you're celebrating your birthday in the final days of your season, I should say if you're a Taurus sun sign, celebrating your birthday in the final days of your season, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. All right, what do we have for you, Taurus? The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. And then you have divine masculine. So let's see where we go with this message here. You could be the divine masculine. You could be with the divine masculine or calling in your divine masculine. The answers you need are coming. You might also need to step into the role of the divine masculine, Taurus. We all embody masculine and feminine energy. Tell me more about this here for Taurus, please. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini and divine masculine. Why is this their new moon in Taurus message? One more shuffle. Thank you. Okay, Taurus, we have the 8 of Cups. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the 6 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Your intuition is key here. The answers you need are coming from inside of the house, Taurus. You already have the answer that you need. You don't need any external validation here to move towards your 9 of Cups, because that's typically what we're doing with the 8 of Cups here. I get the feeling here for some of you, I notice on the 8 of Cups, there's that cup missing, right? The Ace of Cups, the 9th cup, if you will. I get a feeling here where you're like, there's a piece to the puzzle that's missing, and I need more information, or I need something here in order to move forward. But really, you don't. Your intuition already knows that you should be moving on from a particular situation, environment, connection. Could be a thought process or pattern here for you. Tell me about that 8 of Cups here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. The 8 of Cups is the only card in the deck that actually depicts an eclipse. 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the King of Cups. 9 of Wands. Why is the 9 of Wands here for Taurus? One more shuffle. Thank you. The 9 of Wands is clarified by the 3 of Swords, the Death card, and Judgment. 6 of Cups. Clarify the 6 of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The 6 of Cups is clarified by the 5 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, and the 9 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. There is a situation, environment, or connection here for you, Taurus, that's no longer working. And I think you have a level of love or respect or esteem or admiration for this person, because I don't know who this person is to you. You know, I don't know if they're the boss, the neighbor, you know, your romantic love partner, a friend. It could be an ex that you're still in touch with. You know, maybe you have kids with this person or something like that in that 6 of Cups, and you remain in contact with this person. But your intuition is telling you it's time to go. That Judgment card is screaming here very loudly in that 9 of Wands. And I almost feel like you have been battling your intuition. Look at that 9 of Wands, very defensive. Like, no, this is very Taurus energy, even though it's not Taurus in terms of astrological placement. But what I'm getting here is like, no, I'm not leaving this. I'm not leaving this job. I'm not giving up on this project. I'm not changing. Very resistant to change here. Very Taurus in that respect. And please don't take offense to that. You know how much I love the Taurus collective. But you are continually existing in a situation, environment, or connection that is depleting you, either financially or emotionally. You either can't be authentically who you are, or whoever you're connecting with is not treating you fairly, or is not nourishing you, or is not paying you adequately. This could be an investment for some of you that's just not paying out in that 5 of Pentacles. Like sometimes we I hate to bring up like a Kenny Rogers song, but sometimes we have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And your intuition is telling you it's time to fold. But there's, it could be pride, it could be ego, or it could just be really wanting to hold on to a comfort zone. I mean, look at that tight grip on that Ace of Wands. It's like, I'm afraid to move from this. Like, this is all I've known. This is the job I've known, the industry I've known. You know, I've had my heart or my mind set on this investment working out for me. You know, I refuse to let go of this romantic partner or the community that I live in, even though there's something here that everything inside of you is like, it's time to fold them. And you're like, but I'm afraid to fold them. So I don't know so much if you're being stubborn, Taurus, or if you're actually, some of you are like, please don't, again, don't be offended at this. Some of you are maybe lacking a little bit courage or faith in yourself. Like, but if I leave this comfort zone, I don't know what's out there. And I think you keep waiting for the answers to come, but the answers are already coming. The answers are coming from inside the house. It's telling you that this is no longer sustainable to you. It's either financially crippling you, it's emotionally abandoning you. And I know that you're very much up in your head here, like 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords. I mean, 9 of Swords for me is I'm thinking about this at night, even subconsciously when I'm sleeping. So some of you could be dealing with that. Like you're sleeping 10 hours, but you're still tired, or there's still some fatigue there. This could also be disrupting you emotionally. You know, a lot of highs and lows with that 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the King of Cups. So one day you feel great and next day not so much. So you could even be feeling mood swings when it comes to this one particular thing. Like once you start ruminating on it, right? Once you start thinking about, oh my God, what if I walk away from this? What happens? But you have all the courage, strength that you need to do this. Like your masculine within you, regardless of how you identify, will step into the position and move you forward. There's something here about you seeing your current, because this is the advice portion. There's something here that you're holding on to. And again, I'm looking at like the old houses here in the background. So for some of you, it's property. Like you have you've got a money pit here. You either live in it or it's an investment, and it's not yielding the financial results that you want. For others of you, you're at a job that is quite comfortable. And with that 6 of Cups, it could even be like a family-owned business that you work for, or maybe you own yourself, or you run yourself in that King of Cups energy. But there's still something here like, but you would make more money working elsewhere or working for yourself. And if this is a friendship or an ex that you're still in contact with, or maybe even a romantic partner, it's not emotionally fulfilling for you. And your intuition is telling you it's time to move on. Tell me more about this, that 9 of Wands. Clarify that 9 of Wands. Because the 9 of Pentacles is independent and autonomous, right? Someone who can take good care of themselves and land on their feet. And I think that's what Source is saying. See this from another perspective, Taurus. You can do better. You deserve better. And your resources, your time, your love, your money, your talent would be better invested in another direction than the one you're currently dealing with that is leaving you emotionally and possibly even financially in lack. Tell me more about that 9 of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the 6 of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Cups, and you have the Star. Bottom of the deck, the 5 of Wands. There's something here where you feel like, but if I keep investing in this thing, everything will work out. I can turn this around. I can turn this around. I can just keep giving more to this. I will just pour more resources into this, more time into this. And I really think you believe it. Like, I don't think you're, I was watching a tarot reader about a year ago. I really didn't like her. I stopped following her. I'm not going to say her name. I do wish her well. I wish, all the tarot readers well. The authentic ones, the genuine ones anyway. Not that I wish the others bad. I just don't wish anything upon them. But the good ones, I wish them well. She is a good reader, but she made a comment about Taurus, and she said they were pig-headed. And that really bothered me when I heard that, because it's so disparaging to say that. There are, 8 billion people on the planet, and there are a lot of people who are pig-headed of all zodiac signs on the planet. But just to specifically call Taurus, that really bothered me. I don't think you're being pig-headed about this. I think you wholeheartedly believe that this is sustainable for you, that you can endure it. And I think it's gotten so bad, but yet so consistently bad, that it's become normal to you. You think it's normal to continue investing in this. Like, I don't think you see anything wrong with this. You're just like, well, if I just keep investing, it'll pay out. If I keep coming to work like this, it'll pay out. If I keep staying in this romantic partnership, it'll end up being what I want it to be. I don't think you're being stubborn in that respect, or pig-headed in that respect. I don't even think there's pride or ego here at play. I think there's fear at play. I think you're concerned about what happens when you move on from this, or when you're authentic, or when you look for another job, or so, or maybe you leave this partner, or you no longer want to work in that family business. I think that's what you're worried about, because you're a very result orientated sign. And you're like, typically all the Tauruses I've known, and I've loved every Taurus that I've had in my life, you know, friend, and my ex-husband, who I'm still very good friends with, is a Taurus as well. So I have great respect for the Taurus collective. There's something here that Taurus always believes, and it's a downfall for you. I need to struggle for the greater good. If I continue to struggle, it'll pay out for me in the end. And I really think when it comes to this, you truly believe that. But that 5 of Wands to the 7 of Pentacles to the Sun card, internal to you, there's a lot of conflict that's starting to brew, because you have invested a lot in this. This is a little sunk cost fallacy here. I think that was your reading, where it was like, I have to keep persisting in this job, this relationship, this friendship, something like that. Anything else Taurus needs to know? Some advice here, or actually let's look at what comes after this. Once you have this enlightening moment, which I do believe is coming to you, and you can trigger at any time to just take that pause and that time out and say, let me really be honest with myself. Doesn't mean that you have to make a decision or move in a particular direction. This is more internal, like an honest conversation here. 9 of Pentacles, again, very singular. Hangman, let me really be honest with myself about this, whatever it is here that I've been investing in. Any healing advice for Taurus on that? One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the 8 of Pentacles, you have the Tower, and you have the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands. If you do take that time, the answers you need are coming, Gemini. Tower for me lately, and typically I see it as Pluto and Mars. It's a little bit of Aries and a little bit of Scorpio. It's like, pow. But lately I've been seeing it as Uranus. Uranus, however you choose to pronounce it. And Uranus, Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, which rules Gemini, and that rules communication. There's something here about, if you were to set some time aside to have that honest conversation with yourself, you will get that aha epiphany moment, that lightning strike within you, and you'll know exactly what decision you need to make. And I do believe in that Queen of Swords. Your decision is, I need to put an end to this. I don't know if you do it immediately, but at least you're being honest with yourself that this is no longer sustainable, either financially or emotionally. But it will require you to say, time out here. I need to sit down with facts, figures, or my thoughts or my memories. Like, I have to remove emotion. This is also the removal of emotion, right? We have no cups here. So I can't focus on how much I like this or love this or enjoy this. I have to look at things rationally, on paper, black and white, very Taurus. So if you were to do that, I think you do have a very clear-headed direction, like you have a very clear mind about the direction that you want to go in. Can I get 3 cards on that Divine Masculine here for Taurus? One more shuffle. Thank you. 3 cards on the Divine Masculine. Page of Swords, the World card, and Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords, King of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. Taurus, I think that you are currently engaged with someone, professional, platonic, or romantic, that is highly manipulative towards you. This person keeps you stuck in this. When I'm asking about the Divine Masculine, it's like, once you make the decision to end this, to move on from it, within 1 year, you actually do end up in that 9 of Pentacles. So does it come in overnight, the new love partner? No. But it does come in. It's going to take some effort on your part and some patience, and you're very good with patience. But it does come in. The relationship you want comes in. The financial stability you're seeking comes in. The resolution you need to move forward comes in. So but it will require you to step into the role of the Divine Masculine. Like, you're at a critical juncture here, at a critical point. The answers you need are coming, Taurus, but they're coming from inside the house. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for Taurus, and we'll wrap up this message. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, the Moon. Just be honest with yourself. This is all internal. You don't have to have a conversation with this boss, this family member, the investor, you know, the romantic partner, if this is, you know, someone you're involved with that you want to move on from. This is all internal to you. And your advice is to do that internal work. And a good time for you to do it is in the energy of the new moon in your sign. What do you want your future to look like, Taurus? If you were to change nothing at all about, and if nothing changed about the current situation, could you wake up 5 years or 10 years from now and be happy in it? Because you're already existing in the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. It's already a financial and emotional hit to you and holding you back from something a lot greater. But if you were to do nothing at all and nothing changed here, would you be happy waking up 5 or 10 years from now in the exact same position, relationship, situation, job, and some type of possible here for some of you, financial investment that is like bleeding you dry? And I think that's your answer. I think your answer is no. I would not be happy if I woke up 5 or 10 years from now and everything was exactly the same as it is today. That's your answer. But that again, is a conversation that you need to have with you and you alone. The answers you need are coming, Taurus, but they're coming from inside the house. This is a good moment here in time for you to answer the call. Just have that conversation with you. That is what I have for you, my love. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.